Hey, before we start the video, I just wanted to point out that this video is only for educational purposes. It is not meant to hurt or offend anyone, no hate, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. True crime is a genre that has been growing ever since 2020, during quarantine. I listen to true crime as a way to have a better understanding of what the mind is capable of, or how the mind of the killers are wired differently than our own. A lesson to learn from history. I see it as a way to become more aware of the world, but now it's become just another way to earn money, especially when it's Halloween time. Since it's spooky season, who wouldn't want to sit back and listen to how a person died in a gruesome way while there's people dressing up as fictional characters? Any streaming service knows this. It fits the trend, even if it's morally wrong. Now, it wouldn't be such a problem if people weren't profiting out of someone's death, without showing no remorse or little remorse. YouTubers who make true crime content forget that you should show respect, and remember that these are actual tragic events that have occurred to real people. In YouTube, you can see people eating and stuffing their face with a burger while giving details that a person died, then stopping midway and talking about the food. It just seems pretty goofy and unhinged in a change of subject. Or ASMR. Makeup videos as well, considering that the vast majority of viewers have true crime playing in the background as they do work, not to mention that the makeup seems a bit disrespectful when you're talking about tragic events, don't you think? Even then, if the video itself isn't silly, the unnecessary details that some of these influencers make is. I can recall a person who has made comments on the killer's zodiac sign. Him being a Virgo is not important. You can tell that most of these people don't have a care, or just feel like it's some kind of drama when discussing these stories. But I can't really blame them completely. And I can't blame the people such as myself who consume the same crime content. The psychological effect that true crime has that catches the viewer's attention is the fact that something horrible happened to a person, or that somebody did something morally wrong to a person. As humans, we are naturally curious. We want to know why and where and who. Like when a car crash happens, we want to see it. It's a fantasization that someone who is supposed to share the same moral values did it or ignored them. It's like a reaction we get when we see news about it. But since these influencers make so much content about it, they get desensitized to it. The brain gets used to it, and it no longer is something that we can react to. And it happens to us as the viewer. We get used to it to the point we can listen to it without feeling bad or flinching. Which is wrong, of course. You should always take the families into consideration. It's a tragic event and not a horror creepypasta story. But there's a deeper psychological point where these people believe that they should have been the victims or they're in love with these people. And that's called hypertophilia. And it's a paraphilia involving, interest and attraction to those who commit crimes. A more passive outburst of hypertophilia is where a person just forms an idealized or romantic attachment to a murderer or serial killers. Hypertophilia takes two forms, passive and aggressive. Passive hydrophiliacs feels as though they can save their lovers from themselves. And there's another instance where these people again feel like they should have been the victims, or they wish they were the victims. People fall in love with these real life killers. It's concerning. I've seen a lot of edits during 2020 to 2022, and damn, those skills are really going to waste for people who don't deserve it. There's TikTok accounts dedicated to these killers. It's so silly, but this is what I mean. People treat these killers as fictional people. I found people making jewelry of these serial killers, and this one woman had a cannibal's face as her earrings. There's coloring books about serial killers, and there's whole religions about serial killers. Certain serial killers being worshipped, and there's steps that you should do or can do or whatever in order to achieve being connected or more connected to these serial killers. Think crazy thoughts by shipping two serial killers together